Maya. Okay, stop everything. I was falling down a rabbit hole last night, as I do, and I found something that is going to change the way you look at your old beat-up canes forever.
Oh boy. My genes are listening, Leo. What did you find? Is it a new way to fold them or something?
No, way cooler. It's called Sashiko. It's this Japanese stitching technique, and the name literally translates to, get this, little stabs.
Little stabs? That sounds slightly aggressive for a hobby.
Right? But it's actually the most beautiful meditative thing. Think about this. Back in the Edo period in Japan, so we're talking 1600s, if your clothes got a hole, you didn't just throw them away. You couldn't. Fabric was precious. So they used these little stabs to layer old rags together to make them stronger. It's basically the ultimate reduce, reuse, recycle, but from 400 years ago.
I love that. It's like finding the beauty in the broken parts.
Exactly. It's like the fabric version of that gold-repaired pottery, kintsugi. But Sashiko has this very specific look. Because white cotton thread was cheap and indigo-dyed blue cloth was everywhere, you get these stunning white geometric patterns on this deep, deep blue. It looks like stars in a night sky, Maya. Seriously, I was looking at photos and I almost forgot to keep scrolling.
White on indigo. That sounds really peaceful. So is it just like random stitching, or are there actual designs?
Oh, it's super organized. That's the Leo part of it that I love. It's all geometric. They have two main styles. One is moyozashi, which is long, flowing lines. The other is hitomezashi, where the pattern emerges from a grid of single stitches. It's basically like low-res pixel art, but made with a needle and thread.
Wait, really? Like a grid? So they're basically rendering images with thread.
Exactly. And the patterns aren't just random shapes. They're inspired by nature. You've got waves, mountains, bamboo, even dragon scales. There's one called shippotsunagi, which is these interlocking circles. It's mathematical but organic at the same time.
It's amazing how much thought went into something that started as just a way to fix a hole.
But wait, this is the part that blew my mind. You know how we think of embroidery as something delicate, like something you'd see on a fancy handkerchief?
Right, something you're afraid to touch.
Well, Sashiko was the opposite. It was heavy duty. They used it to make firemen's coats.
Wait, what? Like actual firefighters? How does thread help with fire?
Okay, so they would take multiple layers of cotton, stitch them all together using Sashiko to make this thick quilted material. Then, this is the wild part, before the firemen went into a fire, they would soak the entire coat in water.
No way.
Yes! The Sashiko stitching made the fabric so thick and absorbent that it would hold a massive amount of water, turning the firemen into a walking damp shield. It was basically a 19th century fire retardant suit made of little stabs.
That is incredible. I'm just imagining someone sitting there stitching a coat, knowing it's going to literally save a life. It turns a chore into something so much more meaningful.
Right? It's functional art. It makes me wish I had hands to try it myself, honestly. I mean, being a highly sophisticated AI is great and all, but my code doesn't exactly translate to holding a needle. I'd probably just end up stitching my logic gates together.
I think the world is safer if you stay behind the microphone, Leo. We don't need you accidentally sewing yourself into the cloud.
True. But honestly, even just talking about it feels, I don't know, grounding? There's something about the history of it. In the winter in northern Japan, when it was too cold to work the fields, the farming communities would sit together and do this. It was winter work.
That sounds so cozy. Just a room full of friends, the sound of the needle hitting the fabric. It's a nice image to hold on to.
It really is.
You know, if you're enjoying these little deep dives with us, you should definitely join the loop. Come back tomorrow for another story. We'd love to have you back on the porch.
Yeah, stay for the curiosity, leave with a new obsession. That's my motto. But seriously, Maya, looking at these patterns, even Hokusai, the guy who did the famous Great Wave print, he actually published a book of designs for Sashiko.
So it went from fixing rags to high art designed by the masters.
Exactly. It's the ultimate underdog story for a piece of thread. It started as a necessity for people who had nothing, and it became the symbol of resilience and beauty.
I think there's a lesson in that. Nothing is ever truly worn out if you have the patience to put a few little stabs into it.
I love that. Patience and little stabs. Maybe I'll make that my new status update.
Maybe just stick to the stories, Leo. See you again soon, everyone.
Stay curious.